Hey, what's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. NFL Cowboys fam, I'm so excited for today's video because we're diving into something huge happening in the world of Dallas Cowboys football. The big changes coming with Brian Schottenheimer stepping into the role of head coach and offensive play caller for the 2025 season. Now, we've all been talking about the future of the Cowboys, and with that, we've been hearing a lot of buzz about Schottenheimer's impact, his leadership style, and how he's planning to lead this team into a new era of offensive football. But what does this actually mean for the players? More specifically, how do the key players on this roster feel about it? Well, today, we're going to unpack all of that and more because there's one player whose thoughts we need to talk about right now. Let's kick things off with none other than CeeDee Lamb, the superstar wide receiver who's ready to light up the field in 2025, and he's got some really interesting things to say about Coach Schottenheimer. So, grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into what's coming up for the Dallas Cowboys. The 2025 season is already shaping up to be something special for the Dallas Cowboys. But what has really caught the attention of fans and analysts alike is the change at the top of the coaching staff. Brian Schottenheimer, who was recently hired to be the head coach and offensive play caller, is bringing fresh energy, new ideas, and a renewed focus on the offensive game plan. But here's the thing: Schottenheimer isn't just about drawing up plays or overseeing practice drills. He's about creating a strong culture, a tight-knit team, and most importantly, building meaningful relationships with the players. And there's one player who has already seen this firsthand: CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is a guy who's been a central piece of the Cowboys' offense for the past few seasons. As one of the most dynamic receivers in the game today, Lamb's impact on the field speaks for itself. But when it comes to Brian Schottenheimer, Lamb has been nothing but positive. So, let's break down what CeeDee had to say about the new coach. According to CeeDee, Schottenheimer brings high energy to the table, and that's something the entire team has noticed. But here's the twist: this isn't just about what happens during game day. CeeDee notes that, while you might not always catch the intensity on camera, Schottenheimer's presence on the sideline is absolutely electric. After big plays, you'll see Schottenheimer right there with the players, celebrating their success. It's that kind of energy that gets the whole team hyped and brings them closer together. And it's not just about the celebrations. According to Lamb, the player-coach relationship is critical to building a winning team. The more your coach is involved, the better your connection, Lamb says. That's something Schottenheimer gets, and he's been making an effort to be involved in every aspect of the team, from practices to personal conversations. Now, what's particularly interesting about Lamb's comments is how it ties into Schottenheimer's coaching philosophy. This isn't just a playbook-first type of coach. He's someone who understands that building trust and camaraderie with players is just as important as creating the perfect game plan. And that's something you really can't overlook. I mean, think about it. The Dallas Cowboys have a roster stacked with talent guys like Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons, just to name a few. To get the best out of these players, you need to foster a culture where everyone feels heard, supported, and understood. And if CeeDee Lamb's words are any indication, Schottenheimer is already doing that. So, what does this mean for the future of the Cowboys offense? Well, one thing's for sure: we're about to see a shift in how things operate. Schottenheimer's offensive game plan is set to revolve around running the ball effectively and dominating the line of scrimmage. This is a significant departure from what we've seen in previous seasons, where the Cowboys were often heavily reliant on the passing game. In 2025, we can expect to see a lot more balance, with an emphasis on controlling the tempo of the game. This approach will allow the offense to dictate the pace and wear down opposing defenses, setting up opportunities for explosive plays off of play action. And guess who will be at the center of all of this? CeeDee Lamb. As a dynamic wide receiver, Lamb will be crucial in stretching the field and creating those big plays off the run game. And with Prescott under center, both CeeDee and Dak will need to be on the same page when it comes to executing Schottenheimer's vision. Dak Prescott has been the face of the Cowboys for years, and in 2025, he's going to need to take his game to the next level. With Schottenheimer calling the shots offensively, Dak will have more opportunities to run a system that plays to his strengths, especially with a stronger ground game setting up the play-action passes. This could be the year where Dak finally has the offensive support he's been looking for. Now, let's take a step back and talk about the broader implications of this coaching change. When Brian Schottenheimer was first announced as head coach, let's just say there were mixed reactions. Some people were skeptical, wondering if he could bring the kind of leadership needed to elevate this team. But as the weeks go by, and as players like CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott start voicing their support, it's clear that Schottenheimer has already begun to prove his worth. The more we hear from the players, the more we realize that this new approach is actually resonating with them. They're excited, and I think that enthusiasm is going to translate onto the field. It's not just CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott who are on board with Schottenheimer's vision. There's a growing sense of excitement around the entire locker room. From the offensive line to the wide receivers to the running backs, everyone is buying in. This type of buy-in is critical to the success of any team, and when you see the key players on this roster backing their head coach, you can't help but get excited for what's to come. But let's be real for a second. We know that the Cowboys fan base is passionate. They demand results. And no matter how good the coach is, if the wins don't come, there will be questions. So, 2025 is a crucial year for Brian Schottenheimer. He's not just trying to win the players' trust, he's trying to win the hearts of a fan base that's been waiting for a championship for decades. But here's the good news, with players like CeeDee Lamb leading the charge, and a coach like Schottenheimer at the helm, the future looks incredibly bright for the Cowboys. Alright, Cowboys Nation, we're just getting started. The 2025 season is going to be one for the books, and we can't wait to see how this new era of football unfolds. Brian Schottenheimer has a long road ahead of him, but with the support of players like CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and the entire roster, there's a lot of reason to believe this team is ready to take it to the next level. What do you think about Schottenheimer's impact so far? Are you excited about the future of the Cowboys under his leadership? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.